A couple of big returns tonight for Monday Night Raw, but let's kick off with the Bray Wyatt stuff. There wasn't too much, but fans in the US would have seen the mask, the apparent Uncle Howdy mask, flash up during an advert for the SmackDown show, so it looks like we're getting something on Friday. They did recap last Friday and Bray's emotional promo. Something to note from this was that they actually showed all of Bray's old personas during that segment, which is something I thought was really, really cool. Of course, including Funhouse Bray and The Fiend as well. There seemed to be a lot more static in that end promo with the Uncle Howdy mask than what we actually got. So maybe that's something to keep note of. But apart from that, not much on Raw tonight. But I think that's to be expected. I know a lot of people would ask me in the comments if I didn't include it. So we'll get it done quickly. Because this is things you might have missed for Monday Night Raw. Make sure you've hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. Raw came on the air. Immediately, Bobby Lashley was in the ring. 1 minute into Raw, out came Brock Lesnar. No messing around, no 10-minute promo to start the show. Instead, we got a brawl. Lashley spearing Brock Lesnar through the barricade. Love that spot. We had half the roster come out with referees and security, trying to keep Lashley and Brock apart. Brock really was on the receiving end of this, again, as Lashley speared him over the announce table, slammed him through it, making Bobby Lashley look like an absolute beast. Honestly, I love the explosive starts to Monday Night Raw. Really, really fun. Gotta say, though, feel sorry for Akira Tozawa. This is the moment when he was praying to God that Lashley didn't hit him. He saw what he did to Brock, and man was scared. But after last week and this week, we finally got it made official. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley for Crown Jewel. Oh, these two are going to kill each other. I can't wait. Who wants to walk with Elias? Honestly, I'm so pleased Elias is back. I love the effect of putting the lights on for the crowd, for them to pop for Elias. Really, really fun. It was Riddle who came out interrupting Elias. Matt Riddle making a joke about his bongo being a bong. Love that. And also love that he's a fan of Elias. I mean, Elias definitely has a lot of fans, me included, so I love that. But it was Seth Rollins who stopped us hearing the song. You got to feel for Elias, man. His baby brother's career's just been cut short. He's been gone for so long. He comes back and he can't perform. Awful. We saw the limo pull up. We saw this a few weeks ago on SmackDown. They've waited and waited for this, and it was indeed JBL. Bradshaw is back on Raw with Baron Corbin. No Happy Corbin this time. It is Baron Corbin. They wanted you to know it as well. Baron Corbin on the Tron. All the LEDs around the ring were flashing up with Baron. New entrance gear, which I'm not totally sold on, if I'm honest. I mean, I love the fact they gave him the moniker, the future wrestling god. That's a great line for Corbin. That suits him perfectly. He's really good in the ring. But again, he's a perfect heel to take that role. I love that Bradshaw continued his feud with Rey Mysterio. Obviously talking about the trade. Corbin is on Raw because Rey Mysterio got traded from Raw to SmackDown. I like that. Making brand moves make sense. Yes, WWE. We also got JBL on commentary, which I think is a major win. JBL's voice is one I didn't miss, but I did when I heard it. And we got a match with Ziggler. And this match went long. And it was good, to be fair. I loved that sort of reverse suplex by Baron Corbin that he did. And look at all the marks on Ziggler's body, man. Like, this was a hard-hitting match. It wasn't just a match. They literally beat up each other. And, of course, it was Corbin that won. With an end of days as well. So that's notably there's still a finishing move. The Miz tried to get out of his match with Dexter Lumis multiple times backstage on Raw. It was Gargano, though, who made him stand up. And this looks like next feud for The Miz, which is really interesting. Obviously, we know Johnny Gargano has a whole lot of history with Dexter Lumis. Could we be setting up Miz and Ciampa versus Gargano and Lumis? I don't know. There's definitely a secret there, because Gargano's going to blow the whistle on The Miz unless he tells the truth. No idea what that's about, but it was Miz who laid out Lumis before the match. The match didn't happen, but we saw Lumis's Tron. Look at that. That looks amazing. Oh, honestly, I can't wait. They're going to do the match in the future, I'm sure, but that looks cool. Alexa Bliss posted on Instagram a nice little tease, a little throwback to her dark Alexa Bliss days. Look at those eyes. Wow. Although she's not been on Raw, she was actually at a WWE live event on Sunday, obviously raising the hand of Bianca. You can see her finger still strapped up. That is why she's off WWE TV. Something that Bayley actually pointed out was that Alexa and Asuka's not here anymore. So obviously that will probably be a feud for when Alexa and Asuka return to WWE television. The OC are back together. Gallows, Anderson, AJ Styles, and yes, it was too sweet. Not surprisingly, the feud going forward does seem to be with the Judgment Day. No real shocks. But breaking news, last night, Rhea Ripley returned to in-ring action at the live event, which isn't really a shock if you was watching Raw, because we saw Cora Jade in the backstage segment with Rhea Ripley pick her poison, being Rhea Ripley. So Rhea Ripley actually wrestles on NXT tomorrow night for the first time in months. I think people are going to tune in for that. I think they will. But we also saw Cameron Grimes show up on Raw and recruit Gallows and Anderson because, you know, they want a payday, obviously. And they're going to team with him versus the Schism on NXT tomorrow night too. Now, AJ talked about what Dom did to Ray. But AJ, you didn't come out and help Ray. You waited for the next segment to come out and then reveal Gallows and Anderson. Come on, dude. But I think one of the biggest things from Raw this week is that Dominic Mysterio pinned AJ Styles with the assist from Rhea Ripley, of course. But nonetheless, Dominic beat AJ. And we're setting up the OC versus the Judgment Day 6-man tag at Crown Jewel. Mustafa Ali posted this on Twitter the other day. This is from a WWE live event over the weekend. Look at the new ring gear, man. That looks really, really cool. And WWE haven't forgot about him either. They put him tonight in a segment with Seth Rollins where he basically said he wanted the United States Championship title. Seth basically sort of put him over a little bit until he sucker punched him. The brawl was on. Seth walked away and Ali came back swinging. But my God, did he swing around that ring post. The selling by Ali in that segment was so good. It looks like we're going to be setting up Seth and Mustafa Ali for the US title. No complaints about that. I can't wait. I think that'd be fun. I also want to point out really quickly how I love the fact that Bayley gets along with every commentator except Michael Cole. And in the main event, it was indeed Seth Rollins who defeated Matt Riddle, retaining the United States Championship, but there was an inadvertent assist by Elias. Could we get that feud in the future? It was Ali who came out, the brawl was on, beating down Seth, allowing Mustafa Ali to stand tall at the end of Raw. Love to see it. Hopefully, he's the United States champion for the future because I think Ali is just great. Honestly, this week's Raw was fun. I'd give it a very solid 7.5 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Don't be scared to turn on notifications. It just means you'll never miss another upload. Click one of the videos on the screen, like, share, and I'll see you next time. Peace!